planning it for quite some time. It, you ask? It is the big motorhome trip. Granted, Mary and I had over 33,000 miles under our belt in the motorhomes, 18,861 with 13 states in the VIA, and 14,314 in the Palazzo, only adding an additional 4 states for a total of 17. Roy has finished his Winnebago and it's time to depart. Mary has placed restrictions on how long we can be gone. Nobody but me wants to bolt north and then meander home. I'm not going to add the large number of states to the map representing my goal of reaching 48 states, but I suppose that goal's unrealistic in the first place. We got away about 10 a.m., headed for Stephan Foster State Park. It rained along the way, and for a period of time Roy and Rosie fell behind. We arrived at the park about 2 p.m. Mary and I were at our favorite spot, Lot 19, and Roy and Rosie were across the lane from us in a pull-through. We were just down from the restrooms, and it was a very nice setup. This was Bo's first venture into the wild. Roy and Rosie had gotten him a halter and a leash. They had practiced a bit at home, but strictly inside. Bo had never put his feet on the ground while outside. He did not know exactly how to act. He seemed to be picking up his feet quite high, but he also seemed to be enjoying himself. Then Sebastian came along and somewhat destroyed the venture. That evening we cooked steaks on the grill and I was the chef. Mary had some cake she had brought from home for dessert. After dinner, we all retired to our given locations for the evening. Morning of the 9th, we headed down to Fat Belly's for breakfast. After that first night in the Winnebago, Roy and Rosie decided some modifications would be an advantage. They wanted to pick up some more cushions for the bed, some pillows, change of sheets, and a few other items. A trip to Lake City to Walmart seemed appropriate. On the way back to the campground to pick up Sebastian, we stopped at the museum and the bell tower. On the way back from Walmart's, we took the scenic route and made a stop at Big Shoal State Park. Mary and I had seen signs numerous times while staying at Stephan Foster, but had never gone there. It turned out to just be a wilderness area. We were in a Jeep so we could navigate the terrain. That is, until we hit a section that said water hazard and another section that I had to climb over the road. This is when Mary called a halt to the adventure. Her Jeep was not going mud bogging today. We made one further stop before getting back to the campsite. That was at the Springs Baths that are just outside the park. Apparently, this area had once been a huge tourist trap. The feature was the baths, and the ruins are still there beside the road. The stairs were steep, but even sea bass navigated them well. That afternoon, Roy made some further modifications to the Winnebago. We hooked back up and prepared to leave the next morning.